Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are back for another ISCC race. Today we will have the 45 minutes of ISCC at Del Mar today. GT3s, LMP3s, and GT4s today. We have a decently sized grid as they all stretch down towards the paddock area. We're gonna have 45 minutes of racing today around Del Mar, which debuted yesterday for Intrigue Cup. You should totally go watch that. That was a really entertaining race for all of the 2 times 15 minutes, including qualifying. It was really interesting. So, yeah, we have ISCC today. We'll be going green for qualifying in just a few. So we will see what happens then. So, in terms of championships, Mia can theoretically wrap it up today if she gets a more than 40-point swing, which means she has to score at least 16 points today. No, sorry. She just has to score more than Santi. That's all that's gotta be done. Then she'll secure it. Santi doesn't seem to be showing up today, so that will be championship wrapped up. For GT3, Rokio wrapped it up last week at Vermont, or 3 weeks ago, I should say, for Vermont. Play Games will be trying to wrap it up today, as he just has to outscore Rock by enough points to be 20 ahead. There's currently 36 points between the two of them, so we will see what will happen between them. The team championship for Alton has been wrapped up quite a while ago, so that is nothing special. GT3 got wrapped up by XKZ last week. Katsuka wrapped up the GT3 International Cup last week as well, and the GT4 Championship. So we will be going very, very soon. We'll actually jump on with, let's jump on with Romo when he's right at the front of the queue. Their qualifying goes green now. Power sort of delays away. They're quite loud. Tone them down a little bit so you can hear me over the top. That'd probably be a bit more convincing. The GT3s, GT4s, and LP3s are kind of tight today, which will be interesting to see when we get through the race. The GT3s are so loud. So there isn't much change in the grid today. We have the usual suspects all driving. Nothing that interesting, really. Seems to be forgotten. That's fine. Zero Denial drives today for the XKZ team, the 71. We have Chadlan driving the M Speed 521 again. We have Royal in the 72 XKZ. No, 70 XKZ. Excuse me. Saltinium will take on the 13 Katsuka BMW this weekend. Salty Champ still in his usual car, and we have Racer Man a bit deep towards the statue chicane. Missed braking points, seems just gotta get that in reverse. Rock is driving a new liveried XKZ car. And Modern's is back. Khalifa Towers is here. Aaron's driving the Eclipse GT3. We have Unluckil, a Seabreeze LMP driver, driving the 77. And that's about it, I think. The usual people. Physical Darkness drives the 76 MSGP. It seems to have gotten it stuck in this one wall. So no laps on the board yet. GT3s are convincingly quick today. But Royal is the first one of Sector 2 that's valid. Let's see, a bit of struggle from some people. Ramon setting the personal best Sector 2 for GT3. It's not him we're looking at, but it's him there. And I think Royal is going to take a quickest... Yeah, no, Monitors is actually on provisional pole right now. That's interesting. Modern's in the Horizon GT3. That's interesting. So far an overall poll. Zero Denial is a quite far bit back. We'll see laps start to trickle in. Salchi has set a lap that'll be provisional GT4 poles. Don't know who else to look at, really. There's not too much happening through the grid. Goal and... We're getting a lot of green sectors now that people are starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Well, it was very slow through the chicane, steering way clear of the barriers, not even thinking of touching those. Aaron's actually on a personal best now. Don't think Monage will improve. He will not. He validates saying we have a car backwards there, actually. So, Aaron will jump up to 4th. So that's 3rd in GT. 3. We have gold somewhere as well. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. So it's an okay lap. Not too impressive. 112.5 should get him decently up the field. We just saw Charles Leclerc jump up. That's LMP3. So that's our current pole. So 0 to 9 actually takes pole now. So far. So he's up at the top. So now what other names we have? We have Brahma on personal bests as well. So 0 to 9. We'll look at 0 for now. Maybe jump on with Brahma towards the end. 0 to 9, 30.1 in the middle sector. Brahma invalidates the middle sector, so that's going to be a bit difficult for him to improve there. Nobody wanting anything to do with the curbs. And understandably so. So not too many leaderboard changes as of now. 0 to 9 is still up in the pole position. We'll look a bit down the field. Actually, we'll look at Nugget Rev. He's been okay this season. Certainly better than some people's debut seasons. 116.0 is invalid, so it's not incredible, but it is still decent enough. See a lot of people actually into the barrier there on the exit of the chicane. Well, chicane you could say. Mostly a right-hander with an extra little kink. That's to say it. Look at T7 Jake actually in the Lexus. That's actually a very, very nice recreation of the real life one. That does look good. I gotta give it to him. That is something to be proud of. No changes so far on the standing side of things. We have race car man actually jump up a little bit. He's up in 3rd now. The sole McLaren on the grid. McLaren does look good though. It does look pretty nice. He does compromise it a little bit through the statue. We see the podium there in the background. That's where the podium ceremonies will take place. Saltinium is actually 2nd. No, I think he's on pole actually. He's on pole for GT4 right now, 13. Who else is on laps? Who else is on a lap? Robin was actually on the lap now. He's gonna try and get a loud lap in S and very, very loud V8. Oh, we see that. You see the horizon absolutely flying there. Robin will keep his lap valid, so we will see a board time on the board from him. Yes, we will. That is going to be P2 off the rip. So you'll be up in P2 overall. Mia not set a lap yet. We'll see if that changes through the middle sector split in just a moment. The V-lag not doing us help at all. Let's got the barrier scenes. The V-lag again being really sufferable today. So, valid through the middle sector. maybe cut a little bit through that final chicane. We'll see in a second if anything changes. The LMP is really quick on the line. Yeah, there we go. Provisional pole. Well, provisional overall pole. Brahma still has... No, Royal still has the GT4 pole, sorry. And... Is Aiden signed to anyone? Less than 92. I think it's Saltinium still on pole for GT4 right now. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong, but we will see. Saltinium invalid that first sector. No, actually, Saltinium is on personal best sector 2. We'll see if he can put the 13 anywhere up towards the top. We'll see there, 13. No improvement, invalid into the third sector. That is going to ruin his lap. We'll look around as well. We have Antonio in the high-tech 296. A new entry, actually, which is always nice to see. You know, so we also have nice new entries. That's always something you would want to see. Oh, he hits the wall, actually, and he's going to clatter it. That's going to ruin his lap there. That's not something we want to see. Play games, though. On a personal best sector 1, we have a disconnected XKZ Lamborghini there in the background. We'll see if the 1 can spoil the 13. Teammate versus teammate for the pole. Very close to the barrier. I think he keeps it out, though. Still good in sector 2, but he's going to keep it valid through here. We'll see. Takes a lot of curb. We'll see if he improves. Yes, he will. He's going to grab provisional pole from Saltinium. Wow. And actually, Broloman's on provisional GT3 pole now. As I mentioned it. Mia's still on the overall pole and LMP3 pole. Royal has dropped it. 0 to 9 is up into third. Racecar Man will jump with him. He is on a best sector 1 so far. We'll see if that McLaren can do anything. Only a single McLaren in the class, and that is this one. Very good through the chicanes. He's valid in sector 2. We're going to see how he goes over the line. No improvement. He won't improve, but it is still valid, but no improvement there for Racecar Man in the 165. 166, sorry. We will look at... Who else? Look at Aiden, actually, in the 91. Doesn't look like he has a lap on the board, or maybe I'm not seeing it. Am I stupid? No, he's in the 6th overall now. That's 5th in class. No, 4th in class, sorry. Oh, we see one of the other GTCs in the wall there. That looks like it was gold. Yes, it was. He clatters the wall at the chicane. Local Khalifa Towers here. P5 in his last XLMS showing a personal best for the team, so hats off to him. Rides the curb nicely. Playgames has actually gone up to 2nd overall. Wow, that GT4 is flying. He won't improve this lap, but he is up into 2nd. Brahman can have a response for that, even though that won't matter too much to him. He is still in a valid sector 1, though, so we will see if that reaps any benefit. Tidjacol is in the personal best now, so we're going to find him to look at in the GT4. Brahma is also a quick sector 2. Brahma, Play Games is actually on a personal best sector 1 as well, as we say that. Tidjikol, he's not on the board anymore. Personal best sector 2 as well. Are we going to see a jump in position for him? The 114.2 is where he stands. Over the line. Oh, invalidates the final sector. A bit too much curbs, it seems. Play Games as well on 2 personal best sectors. Can he improve? Will he improve? No, that final sector is invalid. That is not going to help him at all. Who else do we have improving? We have Gold actually improving as we say it. Let's see if he can reap anything in for the team. How does that look for him? Invalid sector 2 is going to ruin his top. Race Car Man once again is on a personal best through the final 2 chicanes. He does keep the middle sector clean. See if he kept the third final sector clean as well, though. No, he hasn't. It wouldn't be an improvement anyways, but no improvement from him. We'll see. Gold is actually on an improvement once again. Jump with him now. See if he can do anything. Finish flag is out now. No more laps will be given in. Oh, bumping over the curbs there. Oh, losing the rear towards the final part. I don't think he'll be improving at all that lap. Feel free to prove us wrong, but I don't think he will. No improvement, no. Chadlan is actually on a personal best now. The 521 am speed. Do we see any improvement? Takes the curves well. Bit much over the sausage, but seems to be good. We'll see where he will improve. He's 18th overall, 4th in class. And will improve actually, and he will be up to 9th over, up to 8th overall. So that will wrap up qualifying for us. We will see you in a little bit for the start and lineup. So we are about to go racing in just a little moment, and then we'll be going green. We've only got 4 LMP3s this time. For a moment, we'll be on pole for GT3. Mia's on pole for LMP3, by the way. Zero and Aiden will be side by side. Then we have Play Games, who will be looking to wrap up the championship today. We'll Rock here next to him, and then that will wrap up our little field. It's a decent sized field for a street race. Certainly nothing to complain about. The GTs will have a little bit of a gap from the LP3s when we get going. So we're getting the ready command in just a moment. We will jump on board the safety car. If we can find Brad, that'd be great. I don't think we will, so we will just follow up. So no pit stops in this 45-minute sprint. It is optional. You aren't required. Usually you wouldn't want to, but again, we'll see if people have different strategies or if we get any full course yellows or anything like this where you could theoretically pull off a pit stop. So we will be going in just a second as we have our GT fields. There goes the safety car, and we will be going. So the GT3 field will go as well. That's Brumman leading the pack there in the V8. Aston, number 4, the 07 will lead LMP3. Then we have the 1 will be in hot pursuit after the GT3 field. No split between those two. So we will be starting momentarily. The LMP3 so will lead us off the grid. So 45 minutes of racing stands ahead of us now. The safety car will peel off, and the LMP3 grid will begin with the green light in just a moment. And there goes the LMP3 field. 45 minutes starts here. Good start from all of them. The GT3 field will start in just a second. Brahma will be leading there. Up to the start line they come. And there they go. So we've taken one lap so far. We are seeing some cars tumbling down the order now. We actually have the 70 of Royal leading now from Moment in the GT3 class. The LMP3s and GT3s and GT4s are mingling a little bit more than you would expect them to. So Royal still leads in the GT3 field and starting to build a little bit of a gap. Play Games is also building quite the gap to the cars behind. He's starting to catch up to the back of the GT3 field though. You have the 166 Vortex straight ahead of them. He bounces over the curbs. You have the Horizon there actually falling a little bit behind. It gets a much worse exit than Play Games does. But they will sort each other out now. So Play Games is starting to get up to the GT3 field. It's going to be very, very tight between those guys now. Let's see what they can do. Play Games is actually starting to get past the Vortex, up past the G91 team. Gives a much better exit to the chicanes. A much better exit through there than the two GT3s. He's starting to catch up way more. Oh, that's actually the number 4 there. That's Brumham. He has lost a lot of time, it seems. Wow, that's not great. Rock a bit further back is starting to fight a little bit for their positions there as he moves his way up a little bit further. Rocky a bit further back in the number 12. Down in the 4th in class, 17th overall. Oh, we actually see a lot of people on the wall there. That is Gold again, who clatters the wall on the outside. That is not a great way to go out. So Mia still leading the pack and quite dominantly, to say the least. Shadowland is quite the big way back. That's not the greatest way to start off the race with 40 minutes to go. Although that 70 of Royal is starting to hound him down, so maybe we get a little bit of a change for the overall position. So the 4 makes its way up back past the 71 and the 91. So that's back up to 2nd overall. No, it's 2nd in class, sorry, 5th overall. 6th overall, that's what I can. The Vortex is actually fallen to the 073, it seems. Might have been an issue for them. Don't know, though. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, time is being reset, it seems. Let's see that there. Timer will be fixed in just a moment. However, there's still about 13 minutes left to go. Play Games is starting to pull one hell of a lead. Out of the class, Brown Moment there, and a little bit in the background, trying to catch up to the 1. Trying to get back up towards Royal. Royal has pulled quite the gap, so we'll see what happens. Timer fix will be in just a moment. We'll see what happens. T7 Jake is actually falling behind the 13 Katsuka now. We get another timer reset, hopefully to fix the issues this time. Like, it was actually starting to catch up to the LMP3 back markers now. Maybe even lapping them. Might be a lap. Oh, 2 wheels off the ground there. There goes the... oh, we have a car flipped, actually. What car is that? That's the 77. No idea what the 77 is. Oh, that's the MSGP Aston. That is not great. That's not exactly the way you want to go out, but it's the way you go out sometimes. So Roku there a bit further back. There goes his time. Now it's fixed itself, or mostly fixed itself. We'll see. It'll slowly but surely sort itself out. See the 555 drive past the MSGP. Let's see the 13 Sultanium is actually making up a few places, it seems. Could be wrong. Oh no, not too sure. So we're sure it looks like there. That's the second place. No, third place LMP. No, now it's the second place LMP3. Sorry. 521 tumbling down the order. Don't know what's happened there. Seems to have just lost a bit of time. That might just be all it is. Yeah, we'll look a bit further down. Doesn't seem like we have too many battles. Actually, Modern's just fighting with Racerman. Horizon versus Vortex. Porsche versus McLaren. What else? There's not much going on. We'll look at these two battling for a little bit. Yeah. Now they're actually catching up to the 88 there. So the 166 and 97 are still battling it out. Seeing those two, you see the MSGP there stranded on the middle of the track. We'll see if that gets recovered in a little bit. Let's see, like, well, 97 has lost the lead their battle to the 166. They changed places 10 and 11th now. Oh, it looks like Derms has lost a little bit of time to the 166. Actually, he's catching up towards the back straight now. There's middle straight, I should say. They're gonna stay very tight, but we'll see who will come out and stop this battle. Oh, triple 5 gig lap there in the background. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, we see a little bit of a jump from one of the cars back there. The 166, or not 177, 166 has gone a little bit further ahead. So Royal's still out in commanding lead in second overall now. The 71 and the 4 seems to have a little bit of a squabble. We'll see if we can find Brum Moment or 0 to 9. There's 0 to 9. Where's Brum Moment? Brum Moment is a little bit further behind, so he's starting to recover a bit from his earlier incidents. But 0 to 9 is still quite the bit ahead. So 0 to 9 is still quite a bit ahead. Brum Moment's actually behind the 73 now. So more issues maybe for the Greek. Actually, he's falling way down the order. Don't know if he's disconnected or something. Don't know. Yeah, he disconnected. The 4 disconnects. And that's going to be a huge hindrance into Brum Moment's comeback plans. That's going to be quite the issue. So Brad on the rescue once again. You see his little legs flailing through the air. So he heads over to the number 4 car for that to get recovered. So the usual Gear 3 proceedings will be followed as per always, and laps will be given back as we do. Oh, we actually see a car on the wall there. Don't know who that is. Maybe there's another car that was taken to bring the car out. What else do we have? What else do we have? Mia's still killing out in the lead. Actually, Royal is starting to catch up. Actually, as no, that's 0 to 9. Sorry, so Royal is actually way far behind. Everyone's getting lapped. That's depressing. Oh, Royal actually tapped the wall there through the roundabout. Ooh, 70 actually grabs a log curb there at 13, struggling a little bit. Play game still absolutely destroying it in the lead. Nothing much changes there. So not much changing there. Don't. That's the 70 XKZ. So they're actually neck and neck now. The 1 and the 70 for P2 over. Oh, this 13 that goes way deep. Almost there for Saltinium. I think he's parking it. That's kind of what it seems like. That's great. Problem still waiting for his rejoin. He'll be coming back into the race very shortly. Chadlan there, 521 also building a little bit of a gap throughout. Not much is happening, must admit. 3 is pretty slow. Aiden in the 91 is pretty low with 8th. Oh, he's in 8th. So that's 4th in class when Superman gets rejoined, which will be very shortly. Not much is happening, honestly. 13th back on track. Play games is still absolutely killing. He's gonna try and catch the 70. He actually overtook the 70, so we'll see their little battle, a little squabble. So you see those two can fight a little bit out. The GT4s seem to be a little bit more agile, lighter bodies and less weight. The GT3s are heavily down-tuned here, having a lot of extra weight and a lot less horsepower. So the GT4s will pull a little bit through the corners if you pull your lines right, but the GT3s will still be a lot quicker over the lap time. So see there goes the 70 absolutely blazing and hits the higher top speed. They will change positions yet again. I actually see their little squabble for most of the race. It seems to be kind of interesting, let's be honest. For a moment is back racing now, a bit further down the grid though, so it'll be pretty annoying for them. Not much is happening. Chadlan's fighting with a 787 actually, so it's P2 for LMP3. Oh, 521 having a big jump there. Right in the second chicane as well. Oh. Oh, Chalon hits the inside wall for turn 1. That's going to greatly compromise. Is a run through there. There's 3 in the background there. So that means that Charlotte Leclerc in the 787 Fat Motorsports will actually pull a bit away. So the 787 is still holding its ground. Not much is changing in terms of positions. Zero now is not really fighting anyone. Not much happening. So seems to have calmed a little bit down. Don't know how far Brahmo is from the next car. He's actually overtaking 91. 71's up next. 0 denial. Don't know where 0 is. 0 is quite the way up ahead. So yeah, the 12 Katsuka, that is Rokyo. He's in third currently. He's fighting with the 72 actually as we say that. So we have battle for P3 in GT4. Oh, the one actually overtakes the 70. That's interesting. We have Play Games actually making his way past the 70, but they will change positions here and there. So we shall change back to Rokyo and his battle for P3 with the 073 Ektezi. I believe that's Salchi, maybe Rock. I think it's Rock actually. No, it's not Rock, it's Salchi, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. So Rokyo is still quite a ways ahead. No, so no, that's 72. Ah, the 073 is way ahead. So that's Rock and... No, that's Rock that's in second, sorry. Then we have Salchi in fourth, and then Rokyo in a third. Seems to have been a bit slow through there. Not incredible, but it could be good. So yeah, the 12 seems to have built quite the gap on the... Sorry, on the 73, 72, I can't think today. Oh. That's still being worked on. Is Brahma making any gains? No, he's losing to the 71 now. Where is 0 denial? He's quite a bit up the road, so it's nothing to note either. So look at the battle for P2. Here between Brahman and I believe... Who's that? I forgot. Aiden, there we go. That's who it is. The Aston seems to be lacking a little bit in pace. That's not incredible. That V8 engine is certainly purring to say the least. The 91 is a little bit quieter, that Porsche. Not very loud to say the least when you have to compare to something like the V8s or... Oh, there's the flat 6. It's not making too much noise. So 30 cc's is the limit today. It's only really Mia that's getting close to it. Geo is also getting a bit close to Char, actually. That's Chowlan that's getting very, very close. Let's just say that. We'll find. There we go. There he is. He's getting very close. He's only 3 away, actually. That's not ideal. Oh, the 3 cats actually gets to drive through. Right, so we say that. That's Agi. He will be going into the pits for a low drive through. The 3 won the championship with Rokio. Rokio is driving the 12 Katsuka now. That is still in P3, by the way. Yeah, you can see the 17 there in the background. Not much happening there. What else? What else? What else? Is the one in the the one in the where's the 70 actually? Oh, the 70 is way back there, so the one's actually going to take P2 overall, it seems. Play game's reigning champion last season seems to, as it stands now, he will repeat it once again. Taking a win here will secure, well, any points here will basically secure the championship for him. So that will be 2 in a row for him in ISCC. Yeah, he only needs... Wait, I can't do the maths. He only needs 6 points to secure the championship regardless of what happens. As if they do tie, in the case they tie in the final race, assuming they score no points, the countback will go to play games with most races attended, then wins with play games still unbeaten this season. LMP2, however, has been... LMP2. GT3, however, has been much more spread out, as we say that. Royal's the only multi-time winner, having won 3. Rokio having taken a grand total of 5 second places, with a win at the start, 3 second places in a row, a 6th place, 2 more second places in a row, and then a 4th place last time in Vermont, which wrapped up the championship for him. Rock is suffering. There is Chadline actually in the wall again. Notice that you want to see actually there into the pits. It is a extremely long pit lane. And he's parking it. Never mind. It's great. Broad Moment still trying to make his way past the 71, past the 91, sorry, for that 3rd place. 71 is miles ahead, so that won't be much of a change for them. Actually, the 71's right there. That's 0 down, so we have a 3-way battle for P2. Who's going to take this? Oh, Burma seems to have fallen a little bit back there. Incredible. So we will be in a little bit back. We're gonna have to sort out some issues behind, so we will leave you here uninterrupted with the beautiful engine notes of the GT3s as we see this 3-way battle for P2. I just realized I was muted. That was incredible. That was a great experience to say the least. Anyways, we had LP3 podiums just earlier. I was trying narrating without having my mic opened. Not a great idea, but whatever. So yeah, Mia will wrap up the LP3 titles. We have the GT3 podiums now. Are we getting podiums or what's gonna happen? I don't think we're getting podiums. This is going great. Okay. We're gonna get some interviews now. We will start off with Rossi. We have the 99 driver GT3. We're gonna get him into his radio. Okay, Rossi, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So, if I'm not wrong, this is your first ICC race in God knows how many seasons. It finished off with a, what's this? An 8th place finish, which is still in the points, still a decent amount of points. Some things happened, some things didn't happen. Anything else you would like to comment on? We saw you earlier up with the field earlier throughout the race, so certainly the tires was pretty much the only thing holding you back from a better position, it seems. So, do you have any thoughts on the track? Is it worth driving in a GT? Is it worth driving in a prototype you imagine, or anything of those sorts? I mean, I believe you're driving the 88 dimension motorsport scenario, so do you think a sub-minute lap is possible around here if you get a good lap in? Do you have any other I can't speak today. Do you have any other final comments about the race? It was certainly something to look out for, especially during the start. Is that really a hard bar to beat or something? Alright. Alright, thanks for jumping in. Good results. We will see you next week when we inevitably see you throw the 88 Lunar into the barrier. It's a poke fight, my bad, man. Okay, thank you. So we're also gonna have Kitty in here for his little post-race interview. Again, we'll go about the same questions as we had with Rossi. P6, which is also your best ever finish, 2 laps off the lead, even though it's a very tight track with a large skill difference. Any thoughts on the racing and the track itself?
Ended up producing some good racing in XLMS. It was a little bit of chaos out there. I saw a few cars flip too, but overall, I think I had a really good fun. Even if we didn't get a good position with our 227, hopefully Silva can take over next week since I simply just reserved. But we'll see what we can do next week working off of this.
Certainly a result that's worth improving on. Certainly not bad results to start off your ICC races with. Do you have any thoughts on the track itself? Do you think it's worth driving? Do you think it'll be worth driving in whatever car you'll be driving next week?
I think it was worth. I think it was worth driving. I think anyone would. Well, I know some people don't like the track, but I think it's pretty good. It's a challenging track, being a street circuit and all, and there's not really any room for error. But I mean, just separates the men from the boys, in my opinion. So I hope that we can see some good action here for XLMS next week, and we'll see how that ends up going.
It's certainly warming up for a good weekend next week. Thank you for the interview. We will see if we can get any other drivers in here.
All right, thank you.
It actually doesn't seem like we have anyone else as I say that. So yeah, that will wrap up our support weekend for ISCC and Inca Cup here around Del Mar. We'll return next week with XLMS, the XS long series with LMP, LMP2s, and GTs all fighting it out here. We're gonna have some new teams and some new entries, and we're gonna have new cars as well. So that's certainly something to look out for. We will see you next week. Talk about more at our